So maybe you're looking to start doing your own videos and you don't have much of a budget and you don't have any equipment and you're wondering, where do I start? What's the most important piece of the puzzle? What do I need to make sure I have to make a good video? I'm going to walk through some things here with you. The most common things you're going to hear that are important to video. I'm going to tell you how important I think they are. And hopefully this will help guide you through your video journey. So the first thing you're going to hear, guys, is camera. You need to have the best camera, and that absolutely makes sense. I mean, the video quality, it all comes down to the camera, right? Or does it? Guys, in this day and age, any camera will do. I mean, I have a really good camera in front of me right now. I spent quite a bit on it. But honestly, if I was to go to a different camera and use a lesser camera like that one, that camera is half the budget of that one. Even guys, if I was to use my phone, I think even a good phone these days, as long as you have good lighting, even a good phone will take good video. Okay. So if you don't have a budget for a camera, don't worry about it. Pull the phone out of your pocket and just start with that. I mean, I don't think that the camera or the video quality even is the most important thing. You know, back in the day, I remember watching cable TV recorded to VHS tapes and played over and over and over until those tapes basically disintegrated. We still watch them, right? So I don't think video quality is at all important to making a good video. You know, and that sounds counterintuitive, to have bad video to make a good video. But honestly, guys, I grew up with a little black and white television. It had rabbit ears on it. I picked up 2 channels on a good day. And even though the picture was snowy and grainy, I'd still watch it. And there's a reason. And I'll get back to that reason. But let's touch on the second thing here that you're going to hear is lighting. Lighting is the most important part of video. And while I agree it is extremely important, like I said, any camera, even the phone, will take good video as long as there's good lighting. But guys, honestly, if I was to turn half the lights off in here, I can find that switch. Okay, so this looks worse. Okay, but as long as the information in the video, as long as the video is entertaining or educational, I don't think this lighting is enough for you to tap out and say, I'm out, I'm not watching the video anymore just because the lighting sucks. I think you'd still watch. So I don't think lighting is the most important thing. And honestly, sunlight is free. You could bounce it, you could diffuse it, go out and film in it. You don't even need to spend $1 on lighting, really. I mean, I have no windows in here, so I spent 30 bucks. Guys, if you want to know how I'm lighting this whole area for 30 bucks, I'll leave a link down to that video below. So even 30 bucks, you know, you don't have to spend a huge budget on lighting. So you could use your camera phone. You can get lighting for 25, 30 bucks. Honestly, if I turn those blue lights off back there, this whole thing would cost me 12 bucks. So I don't think the camera or the lighting are the most important things. The next thing you're going to hear is fast-paced, engaging editing. Okay, you got to make those cuts every 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Keep that viewer engaged. That's what makes a good video. I'm here to tell you it's not. That works in certain videos. If you're doing a music video, if you're doing an action shot, yeah, great, fast-paced editing. But honestly, if you're still here at this point of the video, I haven't made one cut. I mean, I did bounce back and forth between a couple cameras, but there's no fast-paced editing here. You don't need that. That's not important. It's only important if it's important to the story. Which leads me to what I do believe is the most important part of video, which has nothing to do with video at all. It's counterintuitive, but the most important part of video is not video. I do believe it's the audio. Let me give you an example. If you were sitting here and you tune into this video and it sounded like this, let's just add some noise to this, and it sounded like this, you probably wouldn't have made it this far into the video. Or better yet, how about no audio? Watch this video if there's no audio at all. I mean, there's subtitles, that's great. But without good audio, and I'm not just talking about my voice, I'm talking about, you know, if it's a music video with no music, if it's a cartoon with no sound effects. Audio, I think if you miss that up, that's the biggest mistake. You could have poor video, you could have poor lighting. You cannot have poor audio. Let's be honest. If this was full of static and disruption, you would have walked away. You would have quickly tapped out and switched to another video. So guys, just to recap, I'm going to leave a link to my lighting setup video down below in the description. But I want to talk about microphones for a second, because in my opinion, audio is the most important part of any video. You can't have good video with really poor audio. So I'm going to tell you what I use around here. So I do have a lot of really cheap lavalier microphones. I get them on Temu. They're like $6. They're touchy, but it's better than no microphone. And I use those. And then I have higher end wireless microphones that I use. I'll use them here. I'll use them out and about. But the one thing that I use the most, the microphone that I actually get the most use out of, is my old H4n. I'm using it right now. Okay, that guy right there. You can still get them today. There's a newer version, the H5. There's the H4n Pro. There's the H6. Any combination of those, any one of those. The reason I like those is because I can set it and forget it, and it can do more. It's not just a microphone. This is why I use this. So I have the microphones on the front, right? So those are recording me right now. Hope I'm not making too much noise moving it around there. But guys, they also have inputs on it, so you can hardwire a microphone into them, or you could add a wireless microphone to yourself and put the receiver on the H4n. So it's going to record from its top 2 mics and from your receiver because it has 4 tracks. That gives you backups, guys. So then at the end of the day, if that messed up, if your wireless microphone messed up, you have 2 audio tracks to record from. Quite oftentimes, I'll take this thing to a wedding and I'll point that out into the crowd so that I can pick up all the ambient crowd reactions and all that stuff. Meanwhile, I have microphones hardwired in either from the microphone itself or from the soundboard to pick up things like speeches of the officiant. That way you get the whole room, right? It's so much more than a microphone. Guys, I'm going to leave a link to that down below, and machines like it. Doesn't have to be that one, but if you're looking for a very versatile tool that could be a microphone and a recorder and a multi-track, those things are fantastic. I absolutely use it most of the time. But are you like me? Do you think that audio is the most important part of video? Do you think about your audio just as much as you think about your video? I mean, you got to set up all this lighting, you got to frame it, you got to do, but do you think about audio as much? Do you put that much effort into your audio? Or do you just let the camera pick it up? Because I never do, never. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Are you on board with audio, or do you think it's one of the other things that I talked about? Guys, as always, if you found this video educational or helpful in any way, please give it a big thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. If you like content like this and you want to see more, guys, please subscribe. I love getting those subscribers. And as always, YouTube knows you better than I do. So it's going to suggest a video up here. Watch whatever it tells you to watch. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Until next time, guys.